Welcome back to Here and There. We're going to spend some time visiting about the Ken Brindley Memorial Foundation. It's a foundation that you may not know much about, but you're about to learn everything about. And Melanie Brindley is with us. She is Ken's wife and the founder of the KBMF, as it's known. And thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'm excited to learn more about this. And I know that anytime the word Memorial Foundation or memorial is used, that means there's been a loss. We're remembering someone. Tell us about Ken and the reason for the foundation.
Okay, well, Ken passed away in 2003 in Grayton Beach, Florida on our vacation.
Gosh.
And of course, we're coming up on the 21st year, the anniversary of his death due to drowning. And specifically, it was due or caused because of rip currents. In the ocean, and he was saving the life of a young boy, and then at the same time the young boy's father went out to help get his son back to safety, and the father went further out and got caught up in the rip current as well. So after Ken safely brought the boy in, he ended up going back for the father, and both men drowned. So that was two fathers lost in that particular beach area. But going to the hospital later, because my husband didn't drown immediately, he was revived, went to the hospital, and then flown to a larger hospital. Well, in the large hospital, he spent 2 days, but I sat there watching countless families that had also had a drowning incident, and their loved ones were in the ICU. So all beds were filled with drownings from that particular one day in along the 30A beaches from Destin down 30A. You know, it was just a tragedy, and so many people lost their lives that day, or they maybe today have problems because they did survive. So that's the history of Ken, and the reason that I have spent 21 years without him, and that's the reason why I'm here today with the foundation.
So I think it's interesting to me, and I'm thankful for the work that you're doing, because it's not just safety in the ocean. It's water safety. It's on a boat. It is in a pool. It is safety across the board when it comes to water. Why was it important for you? I would assume a lot of it was those families that you saw. Why was it important to make sure that his death wasn't, the story didn't stop there? No. His story is continued on and will continue on forever.
Yes, it will. Well, that day is very much ingrained into my self-being and my concept of why I needed this foundation to happen. I didn't think of the foundation a long time ago. However, over the years, I've met people in my search of trying to just make sense of the accident, the tragedy. Well, it wasn't an accident. It happened, and it was preventable. So we definitely say it was an incident, not an accident. However, throughout the years, after I got to a point where I could actually start reaching out, and I found a group of people, and they were connected through drownings, and they were a group of families that are in this book called Not One More Drowning, and each page is dedicated to a different family and a loss of a loved one, or some of these children did survive, but they do have very traumatic injuries from this. Most of them are deceased, unfortunately. Some of these families have foundations, some of them do not. But I found this group back in about 2014 or 15, and they were very small. They didn't have a book. There were probably 8 to maybe 10 or 12 families, and they were just forming. So once I found them, they told me about a conference that they attend every year called the National Drowning Prevention Alliance Water Safety Conference. So they were having one in Dallas that year, and I joined, and I got to actually put faces and people with the people that I'd been talking on the phone or emailing with. And this was, like I said, at this point, I think it was 2016 in Dallas. And I joined their group, just as, well, okay. And it was easy enough to join. And throughout the years, that group of about 10 or 12 plus me has become over, and this book is a older book that was put out maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and there's probably 100 families now in this particular organization. And they're not a nonprofit, they're just a group of families, but they have connected themselves with national water safety groups that have the professional knowledge and the backing, scientific backing for things that are going into schools, that are going through the legislature. And we have bonded here, so we stay connected through a monthly phone call and email chains. And then from that group came a second group. So as I was in the quest of being friends with these, because we're family. We say that we're family now that we're connected in this way. But I was one of a very few that had an adult or a spouse in this group. A lot of these groups, of course, it maintained a lot, or in their instances, it was a lot of pool drownings. So therefore, through talking with some of them, they said, well, Melanie, you might want to check out this other group. I had no idea about it. So they sent me to Waves of Hope. Waves of Hope is a group that's founded by the National Safe Boating Council. And this one is more open water families. So the same thing is this group started as just a few people, and then here we go. We have all these other people. And actually there's, more, there are children, but there's more maybe teenagers up to young adults, up to older adults. And these have mainly a lot of these have to do with boating instances, or maybe they're out on a personal watercraft, or they're something and they have wrecks, or a boat might not see them while they're scuba diving or something like that.
So you told me, as we were preparing for this, that Arkansas got lots of lakes, got pools, we got rivers. We don't have an ocean near us, but we've got lots of bodies of water that people get on. We're near the top of drowning victims.
Yes, the U.S. Coast Guard closely tracks drownings, and they have charts and things you can go in and look at, and graphs, and they chart things that are known and recorded through your local and your, I guess, actually, I don't even know the exact entity that does that.
That's okay.
But they're getting them from every state and of deaths, and they're finding out that, which states have the highest, and usually it is, like Texas has a high rate, Florida, and you look at all of those states, Michigan, that are coastal states, but Arkansas is number 6 in drowning rates, and that puts us at the very top percentage.
And so many of these are preventable, and I know that that's why you're here now, is to tell us about an event that's coming up. And so June 22nd at Lake Beaverfork Park.
Yes.
Okay, a Water Safety Saturday. Tell us what to expect there, and
Okay.
is there cost? I mean, tell us details.
Oh.
Let's get people there on June 22nd.
Yes, we want people to come, and soon we will be out advertising. We will have an event page up on Facebook.
Good.
On our accounts, we'll be blasting that everywhere, and then probably around town we'll have some posters. And I know it's the end of school, so I'm trying very hard to get some little postcards or something out for the school children in elementary. This is a free event for family and for their children, and no cost at all to any of our people that are going to come. And I hope we have a great day and a lot of people show up. It will be at Lake Beaverfork Lake Park.
Okay.
And we are very privileged that the City of Conway and the Parks and Rec have allowed us to do that. And when we come out there, there will be, I'm going to tell you, first of all, I need to plug these people because they're wonderful, but Renewal Ranch will be out there parking cars.
Oh,
so just follow them, and they're graciously donating their whole day for this event. Nice. But at this event, we're going to have people come in. We'll have a registration desk, and we would like to take their demographics, because what we really would like to find out from the city people that come, our community, how many people live in your house, how old are they, and can they swim?
Yeah.
And we would like to find out, do you have a boat, so that we can start tracking some things. And then once they finish at the registration table, they'll get a little bag that they can carry around, and they're going to go through a setup of tents, and at each tent it'll be a station where a family can go into the tent. They can learn about some sort of safety feature. So for example, we have somebody coming with lifesaver pull fence, and that's new to Arkansas this year, and he actually lost a son in Sheridan, Arkansas, so he's one of my family friends. And he has purchased a franchise of Lifesaver Pull Fence out of Florida. So he's purchased that. He will be coming in. He will not be selling his fences that day. We're not selling you anything.
Yeah.
He's going to give you information. He's going to talk about fencing, and he's going to talk and tell you a lot of good information. You're going to get some handouts in there, and then your child will have a game. So we're going to have little games there that children can participate, win a little prize, and have some fun with. And then they'll go to the next tent. We will have safety from Conway Search and Rescue. The firemen will be there. I'm not sure exactly what all they're going to do, but they've devoted their entire day on a Saturday to come and help us out. And I think we're going to have some CPR dolls out there. We're going to be talking about safety features around water. And unfortunately, our firemen, the search and rescue team, they do encounter this a lot, so they are very geared up to come help us. And we're gracious to them that they're devoting their time to this. So we'll have them. They'll have a fire truck, of course. We're hoping we may have a helicopter so we can do a drop. It'll probably just be there for a certain amount of time, but they can do an example of a water safety rescue on the water. We'll have some kayaks or canoes. We're going to have life jackets where kids need skills. If you've never been on a kayak or a canoe and you get invited somewhere, well, you need to know you need to wear a life jacket, and then how to put it on and safely get in and out of the canoe. So we'll have some things with that. The Game and Fish will be there, and they're bringing some things specific to water safety, and they've got some activities and games that we're excited about that. We're going to have Safety Before Skills swim school, and they will be out there. I think we will have lifeguards from them.
Okay.
We're hoping we can get in the water,
Yeah.
people, and do some demonstrations. We're going to work on, showing people how easy it is to float. Everyone needs to learn to float. And right now, our group, the National Drowning Prevention Alliance, we've just put out May as Water Safety Month. So we've put out that swimming lessons should be the first sport.
Oh.
So this is a new national campaign,
Yeah.
and it just rolled out May 1st. And we want America to start thinking, and not just America, everyone,
Sure.
to start thinking swimming is a first sport. It's the first sport you should ever teach or put your child in a lesson
Yeah.
for. And so if we can start changing mentalities on that,
Yeah.
we can quit worrying about, oh, we got to get our son in soccer, or
Right.
let's go to do the t-ball or the dance little cute lessons. Yeah, all of that is wonderful, but what sport do you need to survive? And that's our swimming lessons.
Yeah.
So that is what we're planning to do. We also have some great throw rings. We're going to teach kids how to throw, and we hope to do just a little bit of shoreline fishing, casting,
Okay.
where you need to wear a life jacket
Right.
while you're standing there and casting.
Well, your passion is evident. Thank you for what you're doing. I'm sorry that the loss happened, but your husband's memory is being honored every day. You can tell that with the work that you all are doing.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. And so we want people to go out to this. So again, this is
Yes.
June 22nd, Lake Beaverfork. I know you got, so there's an example
and I
of,
was going to show you
Yeah.
as well. Not only are we having these fun events,
Yeah.
but we need people to come out to
Here, I'll
get
hold
life
this one.
jackets, because I wrote a grant back in November, and from the National Safe Boating Council and part of the Coast Guard funding, we were provided a grant for $2,000 to purchase life jackets, and then we
Wow.
worked with the life jacket company to get reduced pricing. So I've got a lot of life jackets in all sort of sizes, but when they're gone, they're gone. So,
Okay.
so we do need people to come that need a life jacket.
Yeah.
If their family has someone that needs one, we would like to provide that. And then if we have to have a wait list, we can do that as
Yeah.
well. My foundation, that's what we've done up to now, is provide life jackets to some school children, basically, that might need one, especially that live around Lake Conway. We've done some things like that. And then also, with this event, we're getting the word out that we're also planning, our future plan is to work with to work with City of Conway, which we've already been in talks with our new community center coming in.
Oh, yes.
Because it has a pool. So our foundation will be the entity that will provide some swim scholarships. And that will take place when we open the pool. And as long as we can keep our foundation going with some, sponsorships and donations, those things are going not only for life jackets now, but they will be going for swim scholarships in our community
That's
pool.
wonderful. How do people, the website is swimsafety.org?
Yes,
Is
it
that
is.
correct? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's probably a good place to start. And Facebook
Yes,
page, you said?
Facebook, the Ken Brindley Memorial Foundation.
Okay.
Like us, and we shall start putting out some our event pages soon. Go to the event page, try to sign up,
Yeah.
and I hope to see everybody out there.
Well, it's great to meet you. Thank you for
Yeah,
coming and
you're
sharing the story,
welcome.
and we look forward to having folks out there as well.
Okay, thank
Thank you.
you. I
Appreciate you.
appreciate it.
Mhm.